Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 26th of November. We have new mods and we have some updates. It would appear that update 1.7.1 to the game is causing carnage within the mod hub and mod community. Things are needing updating, things aren't working properly, there's all sorts going on. I don't know whether it would be very unusual to have an update to the update. Anyway, the updates for the game today are as follows. From top left, the Harrow 5 by Heniac NDF, the John Deere 9600-9610 by Seed Modding, the Lizard CH5523 by Carl 911, the John Deere 9650 by Seed Modding, the Massive Ferguson 283 year 2002 wasn't it, I think, by FBR Modding, the John Deere 9400-9500 by Seed Modding, the West EP End Dump Pack by Carl Farms, Dalberg by Thilulp, sorry. That's the map, and the FarmTech Juris 2000 by Polycount have all had updates today. So, only 5 mods today, we should get through this fairly quickly. In front of me, we have got the Lizard G54, this is by Ostry. This is 12.02 megabytes download. It is 9 slots on console. Really nicely detailed. This is a manually loading bale trailer. It's not an auto load. Tree stump under the front. Slightly bent creels front and rear. We do have a few options on this. Straps can be done manually or from in cab, as we can do with most things now. I do like the detail of like even the nail heads and stuff. They could be screw heads. Be unusual for them to rivets, I would think. But anyway, yeah, nicely made bale trailer. This you'll find under tools, under baling technology. There we go, the G54, 2,200 to buy. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette, like so, which changes the framework and chassis. Rim colour changes the rim colour to also anything on that palette, like so. Zoom in a little bit. Design colour changes the creel colour. Let's go for a brown, like so. Those are the options available. Very nice indeed. Next, we've got the T088. Yeah, this is also a bale trailer. This is by AAA Modding, Banana Joe Modding, and UNorby. 7.57 megabytes to download. 3 slots on console. I'm going insane, or I'm a precog. I'm not too sure. I thought we'd already had this. I thought I've reviewed this already, or was I? Am I having visions ahead? I'm not too sure. I could have sworn we did. I checked in the mods hub, searched up T088. Apparently this is the only one. Very odd, I don't know. Anyway, again, nicely made. Slightly bent creels at the side. Because I'm sure when I showed this last time, I said it looks like it's designed for round bales, and with the ridge down the middle, it looks like the bales were at either side. As you can see, straps go along lengthways, which we should be able to remove, he says. Because didn't I have this problem last time? Oh, there we go. Because I'm pretty sure I also said it looked like it was PTO driven, and I wondered whether or not it could be lifted or tilted. Honestly, it says it's new. I don't know. I don't know anymore. This you'll also find under baling technology. There you go. 1,800 to buy. 50 horsepower required. Yeah, because I'm sure people will comment to say whether it has been in or not before. The problem is, if you get a new one that overwrites or replaces the original one, you can't tell. I certainly couldn't find another one of these, but... Oh, options, sorry. Options available on this are, we can change the rim colour from red to a kind of mint, a mustard yellow and stainless. Then main colour, we've got the portrait blue, green, brown and red. Those are your options. Yeah, it's odd. I'm going to hook up to the Land Rover because I know the Land Rover hasn't got a PTO, but it might give me the options for what it can and can't do. I really don't know. Let's open the window. No, just tension belts and lights. Yeah, but that's it. There you go. That's the T088. That's from AAA Modding, Banana Joe Modding, and UNorby. Moving on, we have got this. The Case IH Axial-Flow 2300 series. Let's remove that for the moment. Really nicely made. Lovely detail on this. It comes standard as just over 6,000 litre tank, or you can have a fixed hopper up to 10,000 litres. This is 16.73 megabytes download, 36 slots on console. We do have an option for a rear attacher for a header trailer. Now this one doesn't come with a specific header. It does suggest in the jigsaw puzzle pieces in the store headers, and I think those headers are also made by Mat26 because I don't think I've got them installed. But like I say, this one doesn't specifically. Sometimes harvesters come out and they come with a header trailer and a header, or just a header or whatever. But like I say, it is very nicely made. It looks very crisp, very clean. Lots of great detail on it. So, as you'll find, under vehicles, under harvesters, there you go, 150,000 for the kind of base model. The 2344 configuration is 6,350 litre tank, like so. If we go for the extension, it gives us a 10,000 litre tank, and that's a fixed extension on the top. We can have an EU with the EU markers on there and the rear kind of rail protection system around the back, or we can have a US which takes that large rail system off and the warning squares off the front. To change some of the lights as well. Yeah, the US version has got indicators on the wing mirrors as well. There are probably some other things I'm missing. Let's just go around. Yeah, US version's got lights on the rear at the top. At the top, on the middle black band round. Yep, there we go. So, attachers, standard or rear attacher. Wheel setup, this is an interesting one. We've got quite a lot of wide options if I recall correctly. Standard, standard, wide, wide, wide. Some of these change the rear tyres, not just the front tyres, so slightly smoother tread pattern on that one. Another wide. Then we've got twins. Twins. Well, it says rear narrow twins, but narrows at the front. Another set of narrows. It just changed the tread pattern. Back to standard again. And then we've got pipe. Zoom out a bit. Standard or long pipe, like so. With a few changes on that, we're up to somewhere in the range of 170,000, something like that. Not too bad, really. Pretty good. What does it sound like? I love that. That little throttle blip. I'm going to turn it off again. Very nice. This does have a door that opens. I'm going to get this wrong. There we go. L1, R1 and right stick side to side opens and closes the door. Horn. Beacon. Is it beacons? Is there one on the back? Yep. On the back as well. Lights. Go for our light options. Also one on the pipe. Pipe out. Min cab. Can't quite see the pipe there. Very nicely detailed. Good visibility. Not bad at all, that. There we go. The case IH Axial-Flow 2300 series by Matt26. Very nice. Moving on, we'll get those in just a second. We've got the garage for the combine, because there is only one. We have got a double rear garage on this. This is by, I'm going to say it wrong, please open. There we go. Vojtas, sorry, Zacho. It is 4.37 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. Nicely textured, nicely detailed. So your smaller machinery can come in this end, or bales, or whatever you want to put in here. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to check to my side, see if it says it's season's ready or not. It doesn't say in the mod hub that it is. And then this end, we have got the door for combine. Sorry, door for the combine. Now the picture does show it with a bison. And this realistically is a barn for small to medium-ish harvesters. If I put the bison in, now normally I wouldn't try any other, most sheds and buildings I will just say, oh, you know, yeah, you can put whatever you want in, but the fact it says garage for the combine, so the bison will go in. Bit of headroom, not too bad. I went up a couple of sizes till we got to the Massey Ferguson Activa. That just about had clearance above the top to get in there. Something like the new case that's got a fixed extension on there, you're not going to get that in there. Harvesters with wide options as well, twin tyres, that kind of thing, probably not. So this is really, it's for smaller machinery, small to medium size harvesters. I know I'm not mocking it just because it says garage for the combine, but that's realistically what it's going to be for. But there you go, that's very nice. That this you'll find under placeables, under sheds, 10,000 to buy, and like I said, only, was it 4 slots? I said, yeah, 4 slots on console for the first one that it drops. Which brings me on to, unless they drop any more mods, because the mods were fairly early today, and this has happened before, where all of a sudden they decide about 8:30 in the evening, oh, there's some more, let's put some more out. So this should be the last mod. This is the John Deere 968L2. This is by North Modding Company. This is Skidder Row. This is a skidder. It's designed specifically for grabbing whole trees or bunches of trees, or dragging them out to a point where they can be loaded and that kind of thing. This has got quite a few options on it. A huge grapple on the back. This one is for doing redwoods, that kind of thing. Very, very nicely made, really nicely detailed. The black one is the stealth version, but it's hard to see the details on that. Whilst it looks very cool, and it's got big old flotation tyres I went for on that one. The one with the standard John Deere colours, you can see the detailing a lot better. And it is really nicely detailed. Really nicely made. There are loads of tyre options on this. The grapple can raise and lower as one unit. That top section can raise and lower. The grapple can open. You can have the grapple fixed or free rotation. So if you grab something at a funny angle, that's fine. Then when you get it in a straight line, you can then fix that and kind of drag it off. But plenty of room here for getting huge bits of lumber up behind. And then obviously we've got some Ollis Falls options as well, which again look absolutely cracking on that. This is 16.49 megabytes to download, 14 slots on console for the first one. This you will find under vehicles, under forestry machines. 205,000 for the base model, 300 horsepower, zoom in a little bit. We can change the main colour from green to black if you wanted the stealth version. We'll go back to the green just for the time being. We can change the rim colour, green, black or silver, which actually I quite like. I know the yellow kind of fits the John Deere better, but I do like that silver option. Then design colour changes the grapple colour from yellow to black on the back. Then we've got the option of Trelleborg, Mitres, Ollis Force blue, black, silver, back to Trelleborg. Under Trelleborg, we've got the large front tyre or rear twins. If you go for rear twins, it gives you a slightly larger front tyre. Actually, to give you a larger tyre, just put it out further. I think it just puts it out further on the axle. And then under miters, they're standard, but they're big flotation tyres all round, reducing compaction and hopefully impact on the environment. And then Ostry's blue, black and silver come in Evo Baltic Dual, Evo Baltic Black, Evo Magnum, Evo Magnum Dual, Evo Magnum, did I say black? Back. Then we've got Pro Grip U Dual, and then back to Evo Baltic again. So we do have some chained options too, which are also, if you go through the Ostry's blue and black, you also get all of these options too, but I thought the silver stood out a little bit better, it was easier to see. And then capacity, we've got standard, which is a 391 litre fuel tank, or we can have a 457.7 litre fuel tank. Doesn't cost any more for the larger fuel tank, so might as well go for the larger fuel tank. Why not? Let's jump into this one. Door opens and closes upon entry. What I will do is raise the plough section. So, horn, lights. I was quite surprised by a lot of forestry equipment. They don't have beacons. Well, a lot of the forestry stuff does. Let me open the side menu just to help us out here. Now, it does say allow create fields. That's because the plough, I was thinking front as well, the plough on the front. If I allow create fields, then drop that plough down. So allow create fields, L1 and triangle, and then drop that plough down like so, at the right angle, just about there. So when you've been doing your logging, you can use it to create fields once you've taken the logs out of the way, or a track or a roadway or whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you, but it can be used as a plough, or if you turn that off so it just isn't allowing you to create fields, you can just use it then for just pushing logs and that kind of thing. You still get that happen, the mud sort of thing, but it doesn't actually create a field, which is probably not what you want. We do have the option, as you can see in there, but the driver sits at a slight angle. L1, R1 and X, change driving direction, swings the seat round, and then the driver faces out this way. So from in cab, we are now looking out this direction. Camera options are outside and inside. There's no crane option or anything like that. L1, R1 and X brings us back to our regular driving position, which is, like I say, slightly twisted, although I'm in the seat twisted. But we are to the side slightly. Engine off, engine on. Nicely detailed inside. Very cool. Now, as far as the crane slash grapple goes, L1 and right stick up and down moves the whole assembly. So that right angled assembly, the whole lot moves like so. If I go L1 and right stick side to side, that's what's doing my plough at the front, so we'll ignore that for a moment. So just up and down will go up and down. So that's on L1. On R1, right stick up and down moves that top section. So we can raise and lower that top section on its own, or with L1 the entire assembly. So it gives us a bit of kind of freedom of movement. Then L1, R1, let's swing this around a little bit. There we go. L1, R1 and right stick up and down opens and closes the grapple. Let's raise it up out of the way a little bit. Opens and closes the grapple. There is no rotation of the grapple on this. It's a free floating grapple, but if it gets to an angle like this and you don't want it at that angle and you want to be able to pick something up, if you put the grapple lock on L1 and X, it flicks it back into that position, and you can lock it or unlock it, whichever way you want to do it, so it will grab whatever you want it to grab, and off you go. I think that's probably why I'm going so slowly. Let's get the plough up out of the way. There we go. Cruise control on. Turn that off. I think that's all the options on it. Grapple up and down, grapple open, lock, front plough, ability to plough and create fields. In cab, we looked at. Yeah, door opens and closes. Very nice indeed. So there we go. That's the John Deere 968L2 by North Modding Company. And that's it. I'm going to check one more time. That's it for the mods for today. Farm Dog agrees. I think he sounds quite happy that it's... That's it. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.